from Rio das Ostras, Brazil, number 5, Bernardo da Silva.
Hey, how you doing, folks? I have returned for another recap video of the University of Hawaii men's basketball team. And of course, the home season is winding down. And fortunately, as you're seeing on this graphic here, University of Hawaii took down Long Beach State 73-65. And that was an outstanding performance by the University of Hawaii men's basketball team. Anyway, before I give my 2 cents on what happened, just remember, subscribe. That's how my channel grows. There's been also some unsubscribing of people being docked from my list, and I hope that YouTube is doing something about it. But please, everyone, subscribe. That's how my channel grows. I got my channel remonetized on December 1st, 2023, and I want to be able to keep it. And the only way I can do that is with your help. So let's get started. Okay, Long Beach State on anime night at the Stan Sheriff Center. Now, for those of you who are wondering, I'm not too big on anime, but my top 2 favorites, Sailor Moon and Hamtaro, with an honorable mention going to Detective Conan and Ranma 1/2. But we're not going to talk about anime. Still, that would explain how you saw some of the how you saw one of the animations from the start of this. But anyway, back to this game. I would definitely give this game an A+. Now, I had picked UH for 2-point favorites, which is certainly no different from the predictions that I was giving you earlier in the season. And even though that this team certainly turned a corner, you would think that my predictions would be a lot more higher. However, I didn't want to discount how talented that Long Beach State really is, because they took it to us a month ago at Walter Pyramid. And even though we lost by 8, we were down by as many as 20, I believe. And we were able to come back, but we were not able to get over the top. And after starting out the season 2-6, we flip-flopped that results, losing only 2 times in the last 8 matches. And I have to say, this team has changed for the better. Now, in my book, I'm putting an asterisk right by the Santa Barbara game. Why? Because they didn't have Javon McClanahan and Morsek available. And those are 2 guys right there that could certainly impede the progress of their opponents. And earlier in the season, against Riverside, Morsek did just that, especially when he got that slam dunk over Barrington Hargress and Isaiah Moses and all that. But still, Moore's out for the season. Fortunately, Javon McClanahan came back. He was cleared to play by the UH medical staff. So good on Javon. And unfortunately, he didn't really do much. He only had an assist, which you're seeing right here, in the first half. He did play a little bit in the second half for a total of 4 minutes. But still, I think that this game was kind of like how for Javon to see how he felt. He didn't score at all, but he got that assist. Justin McKoy, he led the way for UH, just like at Long Beach State, and that was a career-high 26 on Saturday night. He was 4 for 7 from 3-point range. Noel Coleman, what else can you say about him with 18 points? He was 3 for 6 from 3-point range. Those are the only 2 guys that broke double figures. The next closest were Bernardo da Silva and Juan Munoz with 8 each. And of course, Bernardo da Silva with 6 rebounds. Justin McKoy with 6 rebounds also. And as for Long Beach State, they were led by A.J. George with 18 and followed by the Traore duo, Lassina and Aboubacar, with Lassina having a double-double of 14 points and a game-high 14 rebounds. That actually took me by surprise because as you can see on this triple right here, Justin McKoy had hit this triple, but it turns out that what you may also have seen around the middle of the shot was Lassina Traore falling to the ground because it turned out he rolled his ankle after his foot was on the back of Ryan Rapp's foot. No fault of Rapp. I mean that was just a pure incident. Nobody's fault. It's a pure accident for sure. But fortunately, Lassina Traore came back. Maybe unfortunately for UH, and that was big for them for Long Beach State to come back because I thought that this was going to be a lot closer game, but as it turns out, the Long Beach State was shorthanded because Marcus Sahonis, one of their other backcourt players, was out due to injury. Aboubacar Traore also had 15 points, 7 boards. But everybody else, they only had 4 other guys score. Long Beach State I'm talking about. But no one else had more than 7 points in that game. And Long Beach State looked really, really out of sync because they saw a 5-game skid be snapped. And that mainly was because Marcus Sahonis was not out there. And I'm sure a lot of people were wondering what happened to University of Hawaii. Why didn't they show this earlier? Because right around the Diamond Head Classic was when UH was really behind the 8 ball, so to speak. But as of late, they've really, really turned a corner for the best. And I couldn't be more proud of this team. I said over and over again, I was never going to give up on this team. That's the last thing you're going to see me do. Because I got nothing but love for this team. And following this team for over 20 years, and soon to be 30, and attending the games for 27 years, you look at this team and you just know that something's going to happen. And even Coach Ganot said that he was confident that the team was going to turn a corner. And I even brought that up to him about turning a corner. Here's what he had to say.
A lot of teams could have faltered. I think the potential was always there. The confidence was there. I mean, early in the year, we were trying to experiment, which we needed to get to this point. I wish it didn't take as long. And then once we thought we had something, we had more go down, Javon go down. We had to kind of, I always say number one, have a plan. Number two, be flexible. But the one constant, and I've said this from day one, was that the group has never fragmented. So they've always had a good time because the game is great. Hawaii's great, representing this university is great, and they get along really well.
Yeah, I got to tell you, this was a great game overall. I am so proud of this team. I'm proud to be a Rainbow Warrior fan and a part of the media. And of course, you have seen some of my shots from my B-roll that I took on my phone that you're going to see for the rest of the season. Now, we're in a pivotal stretch, because this is a stretch of 5 games where the University of Hawaii has the potential to end the season winning these last 5 games. And they've taken the first step. They go up against UC Davis next at Davis. And I got to tell you, if what we saw against Davis was any indication, we've got a good chance. Same goes for UC Riverside, even though we were searching for answers then when they came to the Stan Sheriff Center back in January. Riverside, I'm talking about. I'm really proud of this team. And I got to tell you, what really told the story, 3-point shooting. University of Hawaii, I'm looking at the final stats right now. on these things that they give you at the pressers. University of Hawaii hit 10 threes overall. They were 10 for 28 for 36%, or just under 36%. They hit 10 triples. In contrast, Long Beach State, they made 0. They were 0 for 10 from three-point range overall. Now, a lot of that could be chalked up to the fact that Marcus Sahonis was not out there. But that's a good squad, Long Beach State I'm talking about, because if Sahonis were out there, we probably will be looking at overtime. And Long Beach State would probably be looking at least 3 or 4 made threes and 3 or 4 made triples in that game. But still, quick turnaround. We've got to travel well. We go on to Riverside. And of course, this is what Noel Coleman had to say about his overall performance to help this team out.
Starting off conference as 2-6, and I think we're 6-2 now the last 8 games. So I think we've been doing a great job of growing as a team, learning how to play together, and just finding that right balance.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Noel. I think that he's done everything that Ganat and the coaching staff have asked him to do. And I see a lot of good potential for Noel. I mean, he's really, really good. And I'm really glad that he chose to come back. And he certainly came a long way from the start of the season. I mean, I'm not saying that he was behind the 8 ball or anything, because he was performing really well, even during non-conference play. But there were times, especially during conference play, where Coleman didn't even score or even had a lackluster shooting night if he did score. Now he's gotten to a point where he's putting up numbers where I think that he should be at. He had 18 tonight. And I got to tell you, if there's one guy that I'm really going to miss, at least in their backcourt anyway, Noel's pretty much right at the top of that list. Now, obviously, we've got a tough task ahead. Will you see a recap of Riverside and Davis? Certainly. Might I live stream some of the games? I don't know. Maybe if UH is up, or if it's a close game, and with UH leading by a sizable margin that they could be able to keep. But they got to stay on their toes. I'm sure that Davis has gotten much better. They have to hold down their backcourt of Elijah Pepper and T.Y. Johnson, and to a point, Leo DeBrule or even Nico Rochak or Francisco Bora. But I think that they can do some good. I think they can get 2 wins over Davis again. So you'll see a prediction video for Davis and Riverside later in the week. So want to thank you all for watching. That's it for today. And remember, subscribe. That's how my channel grows. And I want to keep my monetization status. So thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all you subscribers out there. So thanks, guys. Malama Poner, everyone.